Hi Virgo, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your January 2022 love reading. Hope you guys are having a good holiday season and I hope you have a great new year. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the Bridging the Gap spread. And what we'll do is we'll take a look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll actually pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the Bridging the Gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Tarot Sexual Magic. And also keep in mind I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person. So if you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the King of Coins. So this is Taurus energy here. And it could just be saying that you might have had a heavy focus on your career in the past. Could just be saying that there might have been physical distance between the two of you as well. But I do feel like there was some underlying passion toward this person. It just might have not been outwardly expressed. Past energy on their side, we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is Capricorn energy here, and usually it represents an energy of withholding a bit. And if we look at the artwork in this deck as well, if we look at the way he's moving toward her, it looks like there's a bit of reluctance there, right, as far as actually placing his hands on her. So could have been some withholding of passion on their end too, especially given that we do see that fire in the background, which to me would represent the passion there. And for some of you, quite frankly, if you guys were putting a lot of energy toward your career, it could just be saying that you might have been pretty wiped out when it came to the connection, right? If we think of this as representing your energy, she's like basically passed out on that chair. So could have been saying you might have been so heavily focused on your career that you didn't have much energy to put toward the connection, and then that might have, thrown them into a bit of confusion as to, okay, are we doing this or are we not, All right, present energy on your side, we have Strength. So this is the major arcana card for Leo. So on the one hand, I feel like this is saying that that passion might be coming back up to the surface for you guys, but you might not be outwardly expressing it just yet, right? So here, it could still be a bit of an energy of withholding, but also I feel like it's more that it's just coming back up to the surface for you guys. So maybe whatever this was that you were focused on with career, keep in mind we're just now wrapping up that transit of the North Node through your 10th house. So it could be as simple as that. Now that that transit's leaving your house of career and social status, you might be able to put your focus elsewhere. So there could be a desire to reconnect on your part in that regard. But given that Leo energy for you guys is 12th house, I feel like this is saying that you might not be outwardly expressing it to them, but you could at least be feeling it. All right, present energy on their side, we have the 10 of Wands. So this is Sagittarius energy here. And again, so this could be another indicator of physical distance between the two of you, certainly. But I'm also feeling like they might feel like they're the primary ones putting energy toward the connection, right? And like we said, if you were just so wrapped up in a lot of career stuff, then that would make sense, right? That they might feel like they were the ones doing the majority of the heavy lifting with the actual relationship itself. But it looks like the passion is still there too. All right. Future energy on your side, we have the 10 of Staves. So interestingly enough, we had the 10 of Wands on the present on their side. Now in the future, we see it on your side. So for some of you, this could represent you guys now trying to possibly pick up the slack, right? So if you do come to that realization, okay, yeah, I've been really pulled away from the connection because of my work or whatever I had going on, whatever these financial goals I might have had in mind. Now I'm ready to actually put more energy toward the connection. That's one way it could be playing out for you. Or it could just be saying that you might still have so much going on, right? So many fires burning that you can't really still put energy toward the connection. But for the majority of you, I feel like this is you actually saying that you are going to actually bring some of this energy back toward the connection. All right, and future energy on their side, we have quite a few cards that came up. We have the King of Wands, so Leo energy there. 7 of Chalices, Scorpio energy, 9 of Chalices, Pisces energy, and 2 of Chalices, Cancer energy. So a lot of cup energy in the future on their side. But with the King of Wands, this is Leo energy there. So interestingly enough, if we think about their interplay with you, it could be saying that they might still be withholding a little bit of passion as well. But Given these energies here, the Seven of Chalices, we see that tortoise there, so it could just be saying that maybe they're really slow moving when it comes to expressing their feelings. But with that Nine of Chalices energy, they might actually be opening up soon. For some of you, might even take until Pisces season, I do have to say, which would be in February, of course, but that could be what that's pointing to. But yeah, it looks like they will actually be expressing that desire. And if you guys really just haven't pulled away for other areas of your life taking more precedence lately, could just be saying with that Two of Cups, that might represent you guys maybe having a talk of just having a fresh start and reigniting the passion between the two of you. And for some of you, this might actually take until around the Leo full moon too. That's why I just thought of seeing the Leo energy there, which would be obviously during Aquarius season. All right. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Three of Coins. So this is Capricorn energy here. And actually, we have the Venus retrograde situation going on right now with Capricorn. And Venus is going to be in these degrees, which is basically between 10 and 20 degrees of Capricorn for the majority of January. So it could just be one of those things where you're reevaluating, right? Because of course, this being a love-oriented deck, it has a lot of couples in the artwork, and it always stands out to me here that we just see this person by themselves, where in traditional tarot with the Three of Pentacles, we see people building together, right? So it could just be one of those things where maybe you're reevaluating, right? Like if you have had your focus on more worldly goals, if you will, right? This could just be that realization that, okay, you might have actually had a lot of success there, but you might feel like, okay, well, that's cool and all, but it would be nice to have someone to share that with, right? So that could be what you guys might be feeling during that Venus retrograde energy. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is going to represent a realization on their part as well. And if you really think about the scenario and the artwork here too, while it might not be the first thing that comes to mind, there actually has to be quite a bit of trust between these two people to enter into a dynamic like that, right? So almost the ultimate trust. So could just be them coming to that realization that maybe they have to trust you as well, right? Be more open on their end as well. So it definitely looks like there's going to be some reevaluating of how you've both been approaching the connection, and it does like at the very least there's a potential to communicate these things, although I guess for some of you it might take until that Leo full moon, possibly even until Pisces season, until you really have it all out in the open. But that's what I see there. All right, moving on to the Oracle cards. First we'll see what we get from the Aqua Moonlight deck here, and I did pre-shuffle this deck, but we're going to be looking for unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And if I shuffle for a while without any jumpers coming up, then we'll just pull a card for each side. But we'll see if we get anything. Almost have one there. All right, and we do have one there. We'll go back in the deck, make it a mess. And next, let's see if we get one from them to you. Almost have one there. Oh, almost had one there. And there we go. All right, that one will go back in the deck. So let's see what we got. On your side, we have thoughts. There we go. It says, I've been in my head about you constantly. So yeah, at the very least, I could see that relating to the strength energy there, because like I said, for you guys, Leo energy is your 12th house. And that could represent those inner thoughts that you might have, but you won't necessarily express them. So it could just be as simple as that. And like we said, the Venus retrograde energy, obviously that could have love on the brain for a lot of people. And on their side, all right, we have mistake. It says, I made the wrong turn, and honestly, the grass wasn't greener over there. Interesting. I don't really see another energy in this connection. Let me see if anything points to that. Yeah, I mean, really, I'm not seeing that necessarily. Obviously, that might resonate with some of you, but from what I'm seeing from this spread in particular, it doesn't look like that anyone actually departed the situation. But obviously, that could be the case with some of you, right? So hopefully, someone got something out of that. And lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation as far as I pre-shuffled this deck as well, but here we're just looking for one card with general advice, and we'll wrap up with that. All right, and oh, got two actually. Oh, three. Okay, well, we're going to be here for a while. All right, let's see what we got. We have a leg up, and doesn't want to focus. There's the artwork, and the number is 34. We have happy, happy, and the number is 26 on that one, and we have 2 to see. So, I mean, pretty positive looking cards at least, but let's read them in the order they came out, I guess. Okay, it says receiving help, delegating authority, interdependence. The Oracle's message: you've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all the areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. Now, I will say that definitely makes me think of the Three of Coins energy and what we talked about with the artwork there and everything compared to traditional tarot, but hopefully you got something from that message. And the relationship message says relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you were there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust, you will be met with kindness. Don't expect others to read your mind, no. Ask and it is given. So, pretty positive message there, and that almost makes you think of what we were talking about on this side for the Ace of Swords energy. Alright, so moving on to the next card. It says, joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well. The Oracle's message: your desires are effortlessly fulfilled now. Finding joy in the present moment, whatever is happening, find joy in the present moment, whatever is happening, and be satisfied with things as they are. You're free from the shackles of longing and able to experience the liberation that comes from actually being happy moment to moment, for you have chosen happiness over yearning for it. Now is the time for feeling joy for the sake of joy and experiencing contentment. None of this is because of something outside of yourself. Happiness is a result of your being at one with Spirit's plan for your life. All is well. The tide is in for now. Enjoy playfully splashing in it. So, pretty positive message there. And then the relationship message says, there are moments in a relationship when you just feel good about whom you're with, and you know that your heart is wide open to befriend, to love, and to care for one another, without wanting anything in return. This is the kind of happy that you just want to share. The appearance of this card in a reading tells you that joy and contentment are here now, not somewhere else or off in the future. The grass is greenest right where you stand. Be grateful and delight in your relationship, and if you're seeking one, be happy now. Happiness attracts more of it like bees to honey. So interesting there with the grass is greener message, because that made me think of the message we saw with that card, so maybe that'll resonate for those of you who felt like your energy was on the right side. And lastly, we have the 2 to see card, so let's see what that has to say. Okay, it says being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together, a natural pattern of events. The Oracle's message: isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. All right, pretty positive message there. And the relationship message says there are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. All right, so pretty positive message there, and that actually made me think of what we talked about with the Ace of Swords energy on that side as well. So for those of you who, again, resonate more with the energy on the right, hopefully you got some from that message. But overall, hopefully this reading resonated with you guys. Once again, I hope you're having a good holiday season and you have a great new year, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.